Okay, I have discovered something new this morning. If you'll notice this little insect on my plant, I had these in my garden last year too, but not near as bad as I have them this year. And this is a large stink bug. This is actually I guess like the adolescent stink bug. When it's matured, it'll be dark gray and very big. Well, I say very big, but he's about double that size. And so they've been kind of infesting a lot of my pepper and tomato plants this year. Every time I get a tomato, it's got a little place where a stink bug has been sucking on it. And so here's a lot of them here. You can see what I mean when I say an infestation. If you see all those little red spots there, those are the bugs. And this is a hot Thai pepper plant, so I'm very surprised that they are sucking on these. This is an incredibly hot pepper. So these are just my little Thai peppers, and so they're on all three of these plants. What I did to identify it was last year I had ordered Master Gardener guides for my area, North and Central Florida. And if you're not familiar with this, to become a Master Gardener in your area, you go to your county extension office and you have to take a course. And this is the books that they use to take the course. I have not taken the course, but I did order these books. I actually got, this was an old edition. I got it on eBay for like $40 for all three volumes. And it really does come in handy. I almost forgot I even had it, but the thing that's best about it is it tells you about things in your area, because we can pick up 1,000 books in our state and things like that, but your general area, you really need some good information on there if you can't always, contact your extension office. Sometimes I have taken a picture of something and sent it in via email to my county extension office, and they can identify things, but it takes a while, and if you really want to get something done, it's good to have these books to refer to. So basically all I did in here was they have a spot on insects, and I knew what the mature bug looked like. So I see it identifies a lot of the different insects that you'll have problems with in your garden. This one I got off yesterday off of a pepper plant. It's a tomato hornworm. Of course, it's huge, and my little boy just loves it when I find one of those. Of course, I don't like it, but he does. And so this is a normal stink bug. I've seen the green ones and I've seen the brown ones in my garden, and that's just a regular, stink bugs. It's not much what I like. And so what I've been finding just now, what I showed you, is big-legged or big-footed plant bug, and they're the largest of the stink bugs, and they get anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches in length. So that's what it looks like when it's big. And so every time, I've probably lost 3/4 of my peppers this year, just because I have not been trying to control any insects in my garden at all. I wanted to kind of just see what nature would do if I just left things alone. And I planted cucumbers again this year, and I lost them again. And I just finally decided that I'm going to have to start employing some kind of insecticides and that kind of thing. So the insecticides I'm going to use are all organic, and I've ordered them from Planet Naturals and Gardens Alive. And so next year, well, this out here is for my citrus trees, because I have a lot of what they call leaf miners and thrips on my citrus trees. So this is a natural pest control. I also ordered this for the stink bugs. So I don't think you can order this if you're in California, but it's a natural product also. And this is going to be for my tomatoes and cucumbers and watermelons next year. I mean, not my tomatoes, my cucumbers, watermelons, and cantaloupes next year. So I put them in little spray bottles, and right now I'm just testing those little stink bugs. I captured some and put them in a jar, and I'm sprayed them, so I make sure that the insecticide that I am going to use on them will work. They've been in here probably 10 minutes, and it's not really doing much to them. I think they're just, I don't know, they're not looking too happy, we'll say that. But I also ordered a couple other things from Gardens Alive, and that was some strawberry. It's called Strawberries Alive, and I'm going to try to make one square all strawberries this year. So I'll have a lot of healthy nutrients for it. I've got my slug bait, which I put on the wet bed to kind of keep out the slugs and the snails, which is something else I have a problem with. I'll also put Epsom salt in there. That helps keep the slugs under control, and it also fertilizes my my plants. So the garden has, like I said, I've had a problem with the stink bugs and things like that, but I'm really starting to get in a lot of these eggplants now. This is just plopped over in my yard because I didn't want to take up a whole square for eggplant, but I've got some real nice size eggplants in here, and a lot of bloom, so this must be the time of year in my area for eggplant. And hanging on to one of my tomato plants. This is the Golden Delicious one. I had so many of these last year at the end of the year, and I'm going to start spraying these with some of the insect control that I have. I've been getting, I've probably got about 4 gallons of peppers in my freezer. Peppers that I've just frozen to keep for the winter. But I have had to throw out just a lot of them. Soybeans did real well. So I've already planted some cabbage. And let's see. This is the asparagus. It's starting to turn yellow for me. So I'll cut that back in about another month or 2. And basil, of course, always does well where I live, which I love. Planted some kale from seed. And I made this bed all greens and sugar snap peas. So I just went ahead and took the grid out because I'm just going to fill it up with greens. I'm going to keep it just all greens for salads. And I have some kale and Swiss chard also. So I need to weed my garden. Oh, this is so hard. I'm sure my dad, who used to have to get out the tiller and hoe and everything to take care of his garden, would be very envious of me now. Of course, he's passed on, but he would love to see to have had a square-foot garden, I'm sure, because this just makes it so much easier. Looks like I have a little shallot coming up there too. And I have some onions. That's what these are. They're doing real well. So, hope everybody out there is doing okay. Thanks for checking out my garden.